Elijah's lived a long and difficult life, his ministry filled with challenges, with great victories and great discouragements. And now as we come to the end of his life, we find one of the most amazing stories in all of the Bible. God tells Elijah, I'm going to take you home. Elijah and Elisha come to the River Jordan. It's parted when Elijah strikes it with his mantle. A great miracle from the history of Israel repeated now for one old man. God giving him a symbol of his favor, a symbol of his gratefulness for Elisha's life and ministry. And then Elisha says, I know God is about to take you. I want a promise of a double portion of your spirit. See, if I'm going to take your job, if I'm going to fill your shoes, I can't do it on my own. I need the Spirit of God to help me out. Elijah says, well, that's a hard thing. But if you see me as I go up into heaven, then that will be your sign that God is going to give you a double portion of his Spirit. The Bible tells us in verse 11 of chapter 2 of 2 Kings, and as they still went on and talked, behold, a chariot of fire and horses of fire separated the two of them. And Elijah went up in a whirlwind to heaven. And Elisha saw it and cried, my father, the chariots of Israel and its horsemen. And he saw him no more. Going to heaven in a chariot of fire with horses of fire sounds like a great way to go. But the most important part of this story is that God is there for those who remain behind. That God gives his Spirit, gives encouragement to those who are left behind. You see, we have an end-of-life story here. Elijah comes to the end, God gives him signs and symbols of his approval, that Elijah has finished his race. And then he tells those who are left, I want to give you an assurance that I am with you, that I will walk with you, that I will never leave you or forsake you, and that my grace is sufficient for you to continue on.